Hi guys, welcome to the Shizcast. Today I am with Josh, Brad, and new guest Dan. You right, guys?
Yeah, going
Yeah,
well.
not too bad.
Yeah.
Fine.
Today we actually have a bit of structure for once. Gonna actually try and read Reddit weird stories, or like scary stories, creepy stories. I don't know how to explain it, but they're a bit odd. Um,
I think we're going to try and do them blind as well. So we haven't read them. So they might be
well,
good. They might be bad.
yeah. Exactly. I've read
Uh,
mine though. I won't lie.
ah.
So I wanted to make sure it was good. So I can start with mine whenever.
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, do we chat about it first a little bit? How we're gonna preface it? Like, are we gonna theorize after what we think happened, and then look through the comments maybe see if you got a conclusion on it, or
Yeah, I think just jump straight in.
Yeah, I think dive straight into a story.
Yeah, go on.
okay, right. I'll jump in because I know my story. Okay, right. Ignore me. I'm a little bit dyslexic.
In other words, stupid.
Right, okay. So the title of this one is Still Freaks Me Out to This Day. I've never told anyone this except for my girlfriend. So I guess a little context is in order. My girlfriend and I had been together about a year for now. Never had any big problems. We are both pretty relaxed people. Never had one big fight. Never had trust issues, etc., etc. So one day, I was outside the front of my apartment smoking a fag. This was before we lived together. I had seen her the night before, had a nice dinner, gone out to a bar, and then gone to my place after, which she took a taxi home. So I was standing out front of my apartment building. She pulls up in a taxi. I wasn't expecting her and was pleasantly surprised to see her. I put out my cigarette and smiled and walked up saying something like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" in a very friendly way. She scowls at me, slaps me square across the jaw. Obviously, I'm dumbfounded and lost for words. So I kind of looked at her and she just never said anything. She just barged past me into the building. I followed her up into my apartment, asking what has happened the whole way. She goes into my apartment, grabs her bag, some of her stuff she left there. She throws a few things at me, breaking a glass or two, knocking down a bunch of stuff I had on the shelf. She calls me a pig. She knows everything, uh, and she knows everything, and that I've broken her heart. I'm trying to figure out what is going on, obviously, and she stops on her way out. When I touch her sleeve, she glares at me again and slaps me. She's telling me something like, "I hope I never see you again." I walked out. I followed her into the street and she got in a cab and drove off. The street was pretty empty. This was about 8 or 9 a.m. I watched her drive off. At this point, I was lost for words, scared and sad. Then, as I'm watching the cab drive away, someone hugs me around the waist from behind. I turn around and it's her. I'm running in running clothes. She was wearing heels and leather jacket before. I went completely pale and said hi, um, in a happy-go-lucky tone, and then noticed my look. And she said, "What's wrong?" I spun around. No taxi was there anymore. It literally had driven 5 seconds earlier. No way it could have turned in that time, and all the lights were red. I didn't say anything to her. Just run upstairs. Her bag was gone. Things were still broken. My door was still wide open. So I told her. We were both confused, and there's no way I could have mixed her up with someone else. She's an only child. We had security check the cameras, and sure enough, it matches what I said, and it is exactly the same how it happened. The angles weren't great. The film was bad quality, so I can't really look at the face the same way. But trust me, it was definitely her. No way it was the same girl. It can't be. It still creeps me fuck out, and we don't talk about it.
Well, I think that is number one on the list of things that never happened.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah,
Bullshit,
absolute
yeah.
bullshit on that.
Yeah.
See, unless we have the security footage, do we have this? Do we have the footage?
No, we
Do
don't.
we have any images whatsoever?
No, we don't have no images. It's just a Reddit story.
Ah,
100% bullshit.
I'm calling bullshit. There's no way.
So there is an edit a little bit lower down. So the first edit says, someone in the comments made me realise I should add the follow-up to this. We did file a police report. They came, gathered up all the broken stuff and found only my fingerprints and my girlfriend's on them. Same with my door. And also, I forgot to add, there's a door code to my door, you know, like a security lock. So obviously she had a key to get in because he was smoking a fag, and then typed in the code and then left in the taxi. And then come up next to her, next to him after the jog and hugged him. Different clothes.
Nah, bullshit.
Absolute bollocks.
Yeah, she's a psychopath, mate.
What are the comments saying on this one?
Yeah, let's go to the comments.
Twin sister.
No, hang on. There's a second edit.
Go on.
Oh, right. So brought this up in conversation with my professor at Columbia, family friend of mine, about this situation. Not wanting to sound like an idiot, I said it hypothetically to him. He teaches something like philosophy and other things to do with superstition and explaining the unexplainable. One of his explanations was very close to this. He said somehow it's like a mirror of our world. So I can't even read the rest of it because he's chatting about fucking interdimensional fucking multiverse.
Is there a third edit where he says he sleeps with crystals underneath his pillow?
There is a third edit as well.
The third is I was on crack
Yeah.
when this happened.
Yeah, sorry guys, I shouldn't have posted.
When I said I was smoking a fag, I was actually smoking a crack pipe.
You can't tell the difference these days.
No. No chance. No chance whatsoever.
The only things what people are saying in the comments, they're saying it could have been he was still drunk from the night before, and
He imagined it.
I mean,
he imagined it.
I'm no stranger to being drunk from the night before, but I can tell you I've never.
Or he was on hallucinogens or whatever. and just
Oh,
got slapped by
yeah,
another person.
he was on MD.
Yeah.
So I think the consensus is either he's an absolute bollocking cunt or he's on a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
One's a lot more
Yeah.
respectable than the other, to be fair.
Yeah, there's no way your girl or twin evil sister, but that ain't a thing.
Nah.
Taxi disappearing.
Nah.
Yeah.
We didn't
I'm
say he
calling
disappeared.
bullshit
He
on
just drove down the street 5 seconds, and then there's red lights, so it's definitely gone.
Nah.
I'm calling bullshit on that one.
100%.
Yeah, there's
bullshit.
no logical. Let me look at a few more comments to see if there's anything else. Why these comments got to be so long, man? I just want like a one-liner.
My one's like fucking 4.5 paragraphs.
Oh,
But
God.
They're long paragraphs, though.
Yeah, yeah, that was quite a long one. What I read right there, wasn't it?
I want to find a
feel
different
like-
one because that's just crap as well. I've read like some of it and it was just shit.
I mean, I've got one
Yeah.
in that's like 3 small paragraphs. I haven't read it
Right,
yet.
right. Anyway,
It's
to
just cool,
rate
but-
that, let's rate them out of 10.
Ah, yeah, let's
as
rate
well.
them.
Oh, okay.
Right, what would you rate that story? As in, like 10 believable, 1 complete R.
Oh, definite one.
I would say a 2.
2, yeah. I'll go 2.
Yeah, he might have been on drugs. That's the extra 1 point.
Yeah, the one extra 1 point he was on shrooms or something.
Ah,
Yeah. I'm good with 2. All right,
Mm.
cool. Who's up next?
right. Well, I've got one here. It's about 3 short paragraphs, like 3 lines each. But I haven't read it yet. Could be shit, but it's called "I'm Still Shitting My Pants Over This."
All right,
Perfect.
cool, go.
About shit. There's another moth. Fuck off. Sorry, no, that wasn't it. About 30 seconds ago, I was sitting on the couch as my dog walked to go by, sit on her bed. Who's her? We sit on. Oh, the dog. No, I'll start again. About 30 seconds ago, I was sitting on the couch as my dog walked by to sit on her bed as we walked behind the L part of the sectional. She had something small caught in her throat last night. I think a popcorn shell, so I was paying attention to her breathing just to make sure she got it out. For a few minutes, she was breathing fine, and then what sounded like a light snore started happening. This is semi-normal for her, depending on what position she's laying in, so I didn't bother to go out and check on her. This went on for about 5 minutes until the most disgusting and to my now realization, terrifying snore/cough/wheezing sound started happening. I go over to her and make sure she's okay. And the exact moment I looked at her bed, the sound stopped mid-breath, and she wasn't there. She was outside with my parents. Had been for around 30 minutes. There's no way to get out of the room without walking right past me. I don't know whose fucking dog I saw and what was making that creepy ass sound 5 feet away from me, but I'm staying outside for the rest of the night and hiring an exorcist.
What the
So
fuck?
I think the gist of that story is he has a dog. He heard it wheeze. He looked over. The dog wasn't there.
Wow. But he was on drugs as well.
No, yeah. So no, it's not even that. He was saying that, or she was saying, I don't know who. The dog gets stuff caught in his throat all the time.
Yeah.
Bro, check your dog, man. Watch your dog.
Yeah, go take your dog to the vet. Sort it out.
Fucking hell. Yeah, so he was saying,
it's semi-normal for her, depending on what position she's in. So I didn't bother to go over and check on her.
Like,
I mean, this is sort of animal cruelty right here. Should we report him slightly? Oh, it's PCA.
Well, do you know what? It makes it more believable for me because the dude's an arsehole not checking his dog.
Yeah,
True.
sounds about right.
So
That's
and you think about it, if his dog's choking on popcorn shells or whatever, who's to think a rat ain't choking on popcorn shell somewhere underneath his fucking floorboards?
But then when he looked over, the dog wasn't actually there.
yeah, but it could have been a rat.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's a rat.
Yeah.
Making a noise or something. It's
good
like a
point,
different
actually.
animal.
If they're American, it could be a raccoon, man.
Oh, yeah, no, they said another dog in it.
Yeah, raccoon, definitely.
Like,
Trash panda.
Crash
It would
panda.
Crash panda.
know the breed of the dog, you know.
You could have a raccoon as a dog pet.
Yeah, this.
Or just a pet.
I'm rating that one a 3.
Well,
It's believable, definitely, but is it creepy? Nah.
No, exactly.
No. Hang
No.
on, because they were saying that, like, he saw a dog, right, and then it was
Yeah,
it wasn't
he
his
on
dog.
the couch, his dog walked by. His dog did walk by to go sit on her bed. He heard the wheezing and looked over. He wasn't there. So unless the dog went around the
And then-
back or something.
And then the dog was outside, but the dog has to go past to go outside. That's what he's saying.
He probably had headphones on, was playing Call of Duty. Footsteps, gunfire. Didn't hear the dog. Dog went outside. Walked
Oh,
in,
he
walked
was
back
on
out.
hallucinogens.
Yeah, I'm staying with a 3.
I'm thinking that's going to be the main theme of tonight. People on drugs. And
Yeah.
then they post it on Reddit.
I think my one's gonna be one on drugs as well. From the brief
Okay,
context I've seen.
Yeah, okay. I'll give it a 4 because I can believe.
I'll give it a 4 for believability, but creepy, nah.
Yeah, it's a 1 on creepy. I'd give it a 3 for believability.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say 3
That's
as well.
right. Right.
Cool. Dan, do you want to do yours? Do you want me to do mine?
I'll do mine.
Go on
Right, I need to change my camera angle because obviously I'm on the phone.
I think it's going to pause his video for this, but that's
Is that pause my video?
Yeah,
It did, yeah.
Oh shit.
it's alright. We'll just look at
That's all right.
a freeze frame of your face.
We can edit it together in post.
Yeah, we'll just prop you in like Chinese subtitles.
Or we just put a tractor in place.
Yeah. A gif of a tractor driving across.
Oh mate, my story's well fucking long.
Oh god.
Oh, this is why I told you to look at it before.
I could skip some shit ones. Right. Tinder date trying to kill me. Right, this was November in 2016 in Glasgow, Scotland.
All
I
right,
was
cool.
desperate, I must admit. I'd been single and alone for some time and it was driving me crazy. This is when I met Laura. She came across as very sweet and all that, but she was in a hurry to meet me. So I did. She insisted we go to a pub. No fancy dates were necessary. At first glance, I knew she swindled. She looked different from what I saw before, basically a catfish. But he gave her a chance to redeem herself. We got talking. After a few beers, started to get more intimate. Before I go further, I was quite...
Is this a scary story or a sex one?
No, this looks quite sexual.
Keep running it. It's good.
Right. At first glance, basically she turns out to be a catfish, but after a few beers, the only thing he noticed was that she's quite fat. Long dark hair, and she had eyeshadow similar to Amy Winehouse. I asked her about her hobbies, interests, etc., but she asked me to talk more about myself. I told her about my job. She yawned sarcastically. Let's talk about sex. Needlessly to say, I was aroused. So yeah, I didn't have much to say in that department as it's been a while. I asked about hers, and she said that her kinks and that she's done things that I've never imagined. And she's asked, "Want to see what I can do?" So they go to her place. So at this point, I was starting to feel very drunk, which I was amazed at, as I only had four pints. I did have 2 shots, and I put it down to this. We waited for a taxi. She was holding my hand excitedly, whispering into my ear that she was going to do things to me that I've never experienced before. Right. In a way, I couldn't wait to sleep. My head felt heavier than the rest of my body, so it sounds like it's another drug one, to be fair.
There's some hypno involved somewhere. On this, I think. Yeah.
The result was a blur. I couldn't even remember getting into the taxi, but I do remember falling down the stairs. I struggled up the stairs, and before I know from what I remember, I was in her bedroom naked. It was like I blacked out. I tried to sit up to find myself tied to the bed by my arms and legs. Then she entered the room, dressed in bondage gear.
Oh, fucking hell.
I was deeply aroused but confused at the same time. She performed sex acts on me before having full intercourse. I lay there delighted, don't get me wrong, but something still felt odd about all of it. I had dozed off for a bit, and I've been woken up by a weird screeching sound. "What you doing?" I said as she was wrapping my legs with cling film. Right, apparently this is now the best bit. I was no longer tied to the bed, but I felt very numb and couldn't move my arms and legs. She kept wrapping me up from my legs upwards. I was screaming at her to stop, and she had placed cling film in my mouth to shut me up. Right, I was struggling to breathe. Eventually, I was totally wet from head to toe. Could barely see outside the cling film. She left me in the room, and then muffled screams. I woke up to what was the next day, now able to breathe. This is where people were looking at me. They removed most of the cling film and had resuscitated me. I mean, this is getting a bit dark.
Jesus Christ.
Right, so basically, it's a bit of a shit. Basically, it's a bit of a shit ending. Basically, he's gone on to say that the police were called. He was resuscitated. He went to show the police her Tinder profile, but she deleted the page. Just trying to see who rescued her. No, it doesn't say. Basically, he got covered in cling film and drugged up. So it was a bit of a shit ending.
Yeah, again, this is either one of two things. It's either he got very druggy and doesn't remember the night, or, and this is not a funny side, but he actually did get raped. And then, I mean, who called the police in the morning to find him in the cling film?
It doesn't say, which is bollocks.
Yeah, it makes it sound like even more bollocks.
Yeah, I'm sorry if that did happen to you, yeah, and you was done like by a girl Tinder date or whatever, you would not be posting that on Reddit. I'm sorry.
Nah, and you wouldn't be like, as Josh said. Who's gonna ring the police if it's only them two there?
Well, yeah, who found them?
But why would she use cling film?
I can understand if like she had dumped his body in like a Sainsbury's car park or something, just wrapped in cling film still, like a old discarded bit of chicken. That's fair enough, but
yeah. And did the police came over, showed them Tinder profile. Look who fucking owns the house.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I think personally as well, it's a bit convenient that he passes out going up the stairs and then wakes up and he's all tied up. So you
how can one girl pull up
like,
a guy? No, unless she was
a
bit of a burly girl. But
I mean, well, he did say it was a
mind you, she was quite beefy.
Yeah, but that's still it's still like kind of.
It sounds like someone's fantasy or something that he's written, and then.
Yeah. I think that's what it is, more a fantasy kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree. I reckon fantasy.
Well, this is proof that you got to proofread the story before you tell it.
Scariness 0, sexuality 17.
Yeah.
Well, no. To be fair, that would be the scary motherfucking thing.
Oh yeah, too fucking right.
Yeah.
Well, he can't be that scared. He got a fucking boner.
Yeah.
True. He was well into it.
until the clean film come out.
Until the cling film was up over his neck.
Or saran wrap for Americans if they ever listen.
Fucking saran wrap. Aluminum.
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 Oh dear.
No,
Right.
yeah.
What are we rating it then?
I'll give that a 2. I don't believe it.
I mean, for a creepiness, probably about a 6. For sexuality, probably about a 10. For believability, yeah, 1.
Yeah. I think I'm with you on that.
Then the girlfriend one, what I told.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's bullshit. But creepy if it did happen.
I don't know.
Right, am I doing my one?
Yeah, man. I might look for another one while she's doing that, just in case.
Yeah, go on. Right, so this one is called Something Sinister is Hiding in the Woods. It sounds like bullshit already, but okay. How's it start off? Hey folks, I'm kind of new to this, and it's my first story I submit here, so let's get started. I must clarify this didn't happen to only me, but my uncle too. This was after a Christmas Eve party when everyone went home. I decided to stay because my cousin and I were watching a movie. My uncle, who used to walk his dogs in the woods next to the park, went off to take them out. Before this, my aunt told him to not do that because it was too dark. It was around 4 or 5 a.m. He didn't care too much and he went off anyway. My aunt was still worried, so I went along with him. Once there, nothing wrong seemed to happen. Everything was quiet. My uncle and his dogs were having a relaxing walk as usual, and I wasn't really paying attention to the surroundings when suddenly the dogs went still. This wasn't that strange. They always stopped their way to stare and bark to other animals that they noticed, like rats and birds, etc. However, this time it was different. When the dogs stood still, my uncle and I noticed something was wrong. The dog wasn't angry or curious. They were kind of nervous, anxious, afraid. One of the dogs, the large one, started growling and shaking. As my uncle started to get worried about that situation, we heard people in the woods. We didn't see how many because of the darkness. They were saying something. And this is apparently what they said. We all gather here by the blood of something. We something. Thee and thy something. As my uncle and I heard that, he yelled for his dogs to follow him out of the woods as we all left. He turned his head back and he only saw a slight movement of branches and shrubs, perhaps because of these people trying to hide. After that happened, he hasn't walked the dogs near those woods again and never when it's dark.
That reminds me of one thing.
Tom?
Do you remember back in the day when we went to the woods?
Yeah.
We found that little circle of candles one time.
Shrine.
Like a little
Oh,
shrine.
shit.
Yeah, that is.
And I'm pretty sure there are people out there that do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of believable.
I think that's believable.
Oh, it's
for sure.
believable, and if you saw it in real life, fucking creepy.
Oh, yeah, fuck that shit.
I'm definitely running away from
Yeah,
that.
when it's dark as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
and
dogs are spooked.
Yeah, the dogs are spooked. It was 4 or 5 a.m.
Dogs are spooked. It's bad.
And they're talking about gathering by the blood of something.
And again, the blood of something is, a drug of some sort.
Yeah, 100%.
Or
Didn't say
goat.
why they was up at 4 a.m. though.
Mm-hmm.
It was Christmas Eve.
Had
It was a
cocaine
Christmas
probably
Eve
that
party.
does it. Oh, yeah, definitely cocaine then.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I short it down to being believable.
Mm.
I think it's somewhat believable, minus the fact that it was a Christmas Eve party. So he was up at 4 a.m. on Christmas Day, and that his uncle decided to take the dogs for a walk at 4 a.m.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you've been
Everything
partying all night,
else-
the last thing you want to do is walk the fucking dog.
Yeah.
No, I know some people that do that. They get up early, walk the dogs, then go start making dinner.
Really?
Yeah, not when you've been up all night partying, no.
No, exactly.
I'm
Especially
talking
if you're
people like
drunk.
boy.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's believable, but I wouldn't
It's
be
definitely
walking my
believable, that
dog.
one.
I wouldn't be walking my dog through the woods pitch black for 5 a.m. in the morning anyway, just
No.
in case they run off the lead and lose them.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck that.
They get sacrificed.
I'm gonna give it like a 7. I reckon that's believable. I would say like a 6 or a 7, like on believability.
I'm going to go 6 as well for believable.
Again, sexuality probably another 10 as well.
Yeah, for you. Yeah.
I'll play.
I think definitely drugs are involved again as well.
I'd
Yeah.
say spooky this is quite high.
Yeah, it's quite
yeah.
quite
If-
creepy.
If I
shit
see that in real
yourself.
life, then yeah.
Oh, that's a 10.
Mm.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you would shit yourself.
Imagine that. He
You'd be a
just
bit-
hearing that in the middle of the woods, pitch black. Fuck that.
You'd be a bit intrigued to go and see what's going on, though, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, of course.
No.
Mm.
A little bit.
I wouldn't want to run
But I
away.
think-
I'd be
because
intrigued, but I wouldn't go nowhere near it.
after me. They run after me. I feel like I need to get closer to see assess what's going on, and then I can run.
Oh, yeah,
I
can you
couldn't just
imagine then?
run.
It'd be like a movie where you're getting a bit closer and someone comes up behind you, grabs you in
Yeah.
the middle.
Nah, sod that shit.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
I'd ask them how much is a joining fee or something.
What, midway through being sacrificed? The joining fee is your blood.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. How
Well,
much do you
okay.
need?
You come
Right,
back
so-
as a goat.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Welcome back, Shizcasters. In the first 20 minutes, we had the creepiest of creepy stories. We're taking it a bit light-hearted in the second half, and we've got some jokes for you. Some that we have also found on Reddit. And let's start with a joke about an Irish daughter who became a prostitute. So, where have you been all this time, child? Why did you not write to us? Not even a line. Why didn't you call? Can you not understand what you're putting me and your mother through? The girl, crying, replied, Dad, I became a prostitute. You what? Get out of here, you shameless harlot, sinner. You're a disgrace to this Catholic family. Okay, Dad, as you wish. I only came back to give Mum this luxurious fur coat, title deed to a 10-bedroom mansion, plus a 5 million savings certificate. For me, for my little brother, this gold Rolex, and for your daddy, the sparkling new Mercedes limited edition convertible that's parked outside, plus a membership to the country club. And then an invitation for you all to spend next New Year's Eve on board my new yacht in the Riviera. What was it you said you become? Girl, crying again. A prostitute, Daddy. Oh my goodness, you scared me half to death, girl. I thought you said a Protestant. Come here and give your dad a hug.
For fuck's
Fucking
sake.
awful.
Oh my god.
That was awful.
That was pretty bad, wasn't it?
the punchline, it was just fucking shit.
That's like the roads
This
one.
is
I'm
one of
not-
the
I'm read out.
top-rated r/jokes of all time.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
Jesus Christ.
Go on.
I'll give that 2 out of 10.
I'm not even rating it. It was that
I mean,
bad.
2 out of 10 for humour, but maybe 8 out of 10 for you didn't expect the punchline.
Oh yeah, of course.
True.
Oh, yeah. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
True.
If you told that joke at a church, they'd be laughing their heads off.
Oh god, yeah.
That's to the Catholic community.
Yeah, as long as they're Catholics.
Hmm.
Jesus.
So
Dear.
yeah, that was we're off to a good start, guys. So
we
who's
are,
next?
we are. I don't mind.
Why don't you pick him? You tell the last joke.
Yeah, go on.
Let's go around the thing. Harry, you got one.
Right, okay. Mine was a long one. I haven't read it, so I don't even know the punchline myself. The only reason I chose it is because our other host, who hasn't been on since the first episode, is called Dave. So everyone
I'm excited.
knows Dave. Dave was bragging to his boss one day, you know, I know everyone there is to know. Just name someone, anyone, and I know them. Tired of his boasting, his boss called his bluff. Okay, Dave, how about Tom Cruise? No dramas, boss. Tom and I are old friends, and I can prove it. So Dave and his boss fly out to Hollywood, knock on Tom Cruise's door, and Tom Cruise shouts, Dave, what's happening? Great to see you. Come in for a beer. Although impressed, Dave's boss was still a bit skeptical. After they leave Tom Cruise's house, he tells Dave that he thinks him knowing Tom Cruise was just lucky. He's like, no, just name anyone else. President Trump. His boss quickly reports, yep, Dave says, oh, buddies, let's fly out to Washington. Off they go. At the White House, Trump spots Dave on the tour and motions to him and his boss, saying, Dave, what a surprise. I was just on my way to a meeting, but you and your friend come on in. Let's have a beer first and catch up. Well, the boss was very shaken by this now, but still not totally convinced. After they leave the White House grounds, he expresses doubts to Dave, who again implores him to name anyone else. Pope Francis, his boss, replies. Sure, says Dave. I've known the Pope for many years, so they fly off to Rome. Dave and his boss are assembled with the masses in the Vatican's St. Peter's Square when Dave says, "This will never work. I can't catch the Pope's eye amongst all these people. You know what? I know all the guards, so let me just go upstairs and I'll come out on the balcony with the Pope." He disappears into the crowd, headed towards the Vatican. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but sure enough, half an hour later, Dave emerges with the Pope on the balcony. But by the time Dave returns, he finds out that his boss has had a heart attack and is surrounded by paramedics. Making his way to his boss's side, Dave asks him what happened. His boss looks up and says, "It was the final straw. You and the Pope come out onto the balcony." And the man next to me said, "Who the fuck is that on the balcony with Dave?"
That is
Right. I'm infuriated by that.
Who the fuck is that on the balcony with Dave? Really?
Oh dear.
That was just atrocious.
Oh my god.
That has literally boiled my blood.
I never want to hear that again.
I thought it
It
was
was
quite
such
good,
a
actually.
letdown.
It was.
I was expecting like a really like perverted Pope joke, but
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Mm.
oh,
Should we
dear.
rate that?
Yeah, go on.
I
One.
like a 2.
0.4.
Yeah, can we go lower than 1?
I like a long joke though.
Mm.
You love a long joke.
Yeah, man. Have you ever heard the
so
cat
do I.
joke?
I've heard the cat joke.
Yeah.
The cat joke.
The cat joke,
cat joke.
exactly.
All right, well, it's not a joke, it's a true story. I have to start by saying that. So my dad, he works painting and decorating various pubs and houses, what have you. He didn't have any work recently due to coronavirus, so he went down, did some part-time work down someone's house. I can't remember who he did it with, but he did it with one of his mates. They painted all the kitchen and all the customers had to go out of the house because of coronavirus, right? So they all gone to work and then in their offices or whatever, or done errands. I don't fucking know. But my dad's left there with his mate, and they painted all the kitchen, everything, and they need to clean off their brushes. They got nothing to do this with, right? But my dad has a spare can of petrol in the van, so he goes to the van, he gets a petrol, and he's like, "Oh fuck, what do I put it in?" Whatever, because the bucket is what they got filled with paint, water, whatever. That ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna cut it. So that, oh, you know, fuck it, we'll just get the frying pan. So they get a frying pan, they pour some petrol in it, get the brush, start doing it. Oh, that's right, it's good. And they're like, oh, you know, can I have quick have a fag quickly? So they go outside or whatever. They come back and they catch the cat drinking the fucking petrol. And cat starts running around, going frantic, running around, and he swears on his life. Cat run up the ceiling and then just drop to the floor. Guess what happened to the cat?
What?
Fucking run out of petrol.
Such a shit joke. It's such a shit joke.
Fucking hell.
sake.
Oh, God's sake.
Oh, I love that joke because every time I tell it in a different variation.
2 in a row for Harry now, and it's
Right, yeah, no more from me for now.
Yes.
I'm good.
it's not going well.
I've got so many dad jokes. Open.
I think that's definitely a 1 as well.
What? Nah, when I first told this
Oh.
joke, man, it hit.
It's better than actually no, it's better than the Dave one. I give it a 2.
Yeah, I'll give it a 2.
Fucking hell.
All right. Say one from Tractor Dan.
Right. There's a man laying on the beach with no arms and no legs.
Starting well.
It's already better than Harry's jokes.
A girl walks past and goes, "Oh, have you ever had a hug before of a girl?" And he goes, "No." So feeling sorry for him, she gives him a hug. The second woman comes past and goes, "Oh, have you ever had a kiss before?" So the fella goes, "No." The woman, feeling sorry for him, goes and gives him a kiss. The third woman comes past and goes, "Oh, have you ever been fucked before?" So obviously, being a virgin, he turns around and says, "No." And she goes, "Well, you will be when the tide comes in."
I've actually heard that one before.
Have you?
That was actually quite funny.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
And
I was half expecting the
Popular one.
punchline to be, yeah, I have been fucked before. I've got no arms and no fucking legs.
for fuck's sake.
That was good though.
I'll give that one, I think, a 6.
I think I think that's solid 6.
Yeah, I'll agree. I appreciated that
Mm.
one.
Yeah, short and sweet, that one.
Bit like Brad. And it's his turn.
Hey,
Whoa.
fucking, they don't call me Tall Brad for nothing.
Oh yeah, I called you sweet. It should be good enough.
I don't. What one should I do? Should I do my long one first?
Yeah, do
Yeah,
your long
do
one.
the long one.
It ain't even that long, but alright. A security guard stops this guy every day, leaving the factory with a wheelbarrow full of trash. Every day he searches through and finds nothing but papers and wood scraps and just other shit. Nothing of any value. Finally, one day, the security guard is about to retire, so he decides to ask the guy, "I know you were stealing something, but I could never find out what. Today's my last day working. What the hell was you stealing?" "Wheelbarrows," the guy answers.
Fuck's sake.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, that's worse than my one, man. Sorry.
I love it.
Oh boy.
It's dad jokes, man. It's so good. Can I do another one quickly as well?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
When does a joke become a dad joke? When it leaves and never comes back.
Oh, dear.
Oh my god.
I've got so many open. I've got like 15 tabs open of dad jokes.
I just keep rolling through them. I'll see if I find another funny one.
A bossy man goes into a bar. He orders everyone around. Please don't be
I'm about to want to laugh his head
Oh
off.
my god, Jesus.
It's fucking great.
That is ridiculous.
My friend moved into an igloo. Everything was going well until the housewarming party.
Oh no, I can't.
Oh,
What do you call a
good.
man? What do you call a man playing in a pile of leaves?
Oh.
Russell.
Russell.
What do you call
Harry,
a man
shut up.
standing in
Don't use
between
your
two
words.
buildings?
Oh, sorry, what was that?
What do you call a man standing in between two buildings?
I know this one.
Ali.
What do you call a man
One
with
of
no
those.
shins?
What?
A man with no shins. Tony.
Tony?
I've heard that one.
I've got a bit of a long one here on Reddit. I say long. It's about 4 lines.
Go on.
About 3 inches.
A bit like me. A male whale and a female whale were swimming off the coast of Japan when they noticed a whaling ship. The male whale recognized it as the same ship that harpooned his father many years earlier. He said to the female whale, "Let's both swim under the ship and blow out our air holes, and at the same time it should cause the ship to turn over and sink." They tried, and sure enough, the ship turned over and quickly sank. Soon, however, the whales realized the sailors had jumped overboard and were swimming safely to the shore. The male was enraged that they were going to get away and told the female, "Let's swim after them and gobble them up before they reach the shore." At this point, he realized the female was becoming reluctant to follow him. "Look," she said, "I went along with the blowjob, but I'm absolutely refused to swallow the semen."
Oh,
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
I had a
that might-
feeling there
that
was a
might be the
semen
worst one.
punchline coming along. I had a feeling.
Mm.
I've got one.
Go on.
I haven't read it, but I'm just gonna go for it. Fuck it, balls of all. A farmer buys a young cock. As soon as he gets home, it fucks all of his 150 hens. The farmer is impressed. At lunch, the cock again screws all 150 hens. Next day, it's fucking the ducks and the geese too. Sadly, later in the day, the farmer finds the cock lying on the ground half dead and the vultures circling over its head. The farmer yells, "You deserve it, you horny bastard." The cock slowly opens one eye and looks up at the sky and whispers, "Shush, they're about to land."
Wow.
Fuck's sake.
Jesus.
That was pretty bad.
I got a good one.
Right.
Policeman.
Hmm.
What's your name? Me. The Wizard of Oz. Policeman. What's your full name? Me, quietly. The Wizard of Ounces.
That one was good.
There's a comment on there.
Yeah.
We have 16 copies of The Wizard of Oz.
So you can tell your mum.
Yes.
As well.
The top comment is, we have 16 copies of The Wizard of Oz. Now we have a Wizard of Pound.
Oh my good god.
Mm.
I still think the Jack and the Beanstalk one's great.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's so good.
Amazing.
I'm trying to...
Looking through to find one.
I'll do my Jack one then. Jack, how's it going? Beans, pretty good. Jack and the Beans, talk. Love it. My favourite one I found today. What do you call James Bond taking a bath? 007.
007.
Fucking hell.
Oh, God.
I haven't read this one yet. But a woman goes to buy a parrot. The prices are $100, $200, and $15. She asks why the last one is so cheap. Because the last one used to live in a brothel, says the shopkeeper. She pays $15. When she gets home, the parrot says, "Fuck me, a new brothel." The woman laughs. When the daughters get home, the parrot says, "Fuck me, 2 new posies." The girls laugh too. When the dad gets home, the parrot says, "Fuck me, Pete, you haven't seen you for weeks."
Oh, shit.
I've got a short and sweet one. What do you call a Mexican space chicken?
No idea.
What?
Apollo.
Ah, for God's sake.
Oh, I get it. It took me a while. I get it. Haha. Josh, you'll appreciate this one.
Mm.
There's a band called 999 Megabyte. They haven't had any gigs yet.
Oh god, it would be the nerdy ones who get him.
I mean, not to be pedantic here, but they're sure there are 1,023.
Yes, it should be. You're correct.
Damn it, the joke's ruined. It's not funny anymore.
So, yeah, someone's written, yeah, another one bites the dust.
Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, these are great. I want to use these, like in real life.
Right, I want to tell you a joke about a girl who only eats plants. You've probably never heard of her before.
Come on, Harry.
What?
Get to the joke.
Probably never heard of herb before.
Heard of
No.
her before. Wow. Wow.
That's the type of joke Dave would tell.
Oh god.
What is the opposite of a croissant? A happy uncle. It has to be read in an American accent.
Oh,
A croissant.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's stupid. I don't even appreciate that.
What do you call a man with no arms and no legs in the sea?
Fucked.
Yeah.
Bob.
Bob.
Would you take £5 million if... Right, okay, again, let me start this again. So you can get £5 million, but there's going to be a snail following you for the rest of your life.
They already
Nice.
fucking are. Snails are following me everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
So this snail will follow you for the rest of your life until you're dead.
I already have one.
If-
Give me the
if-
£5 million.
If the snail touches you, you're dead. The snail can go across
I
seas
already am dead if they touch
or
me.
whatever. It can do anything, travel anywhere. Would you, let that snail follow you? For the
Well,
rest of
considering
life
that is
for
my
£5
life
million?
right now, then yes, I will take the £5 million. Have you got the £5 million? Give it to me, please.
Does the snail move at a snail's pace constantly?
Yes.
Right, so I could technically fly to America, stay there for a year, while it crosses the fucking ocean, and then just fly back.
Yeah, but you don't know. It might get on a plane.
Well, no, because it ain't gonna get on the same plane as me.
So, hang on.
no, I know.
snails
It's at
move
the
at-
airport.
It's gonna take him about 4 months to get to Heathrow,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
and then he's got to wait in all the queues.
the issue is, one day you're gonna forget, right? Surely.
Nah, you just tread on it.
You're gonna you die.
What if you tread on it, you die?
Yeah, if the snail.
What?
If you have any contact with the snail, you can't put it under a cup or anything either, or trap it.
Yeah, I'll take that. It's pretty easy.
Distance.
I'll
in
take the
miles,
5 mil, mate.
Speed is 0.047
Oh my god, he's checking out how long it'll take for the snail to get somewhere.
kilometers per hour. So time in hours. So for a snail to get from London to New York would take yeah 102 hours, 43 minutes, and 26 seconds.
102 hours?
I don't
That
think
seems a
that's
bit
right.
quick, doesn't it?
That seems
Yeah, I
very
was gonna
quick.
say.
I don't think you could walk it in 102 hours.
102 hours. That's what 5 days for a snail to get
Yeah,
from
no,
London to
no,
New York.
that's not right.
No, there's
I
no
told
way.
you they were quick. They're sneaky buggers.
No fucking way.
My thing with this, right?
Oh, hang on, I didn't put. Oh, you can't do.
I would like to take the money, but I'd be scared every time I see a snail. Literally, I'd be like, "Fuck."
No, but surely you know what snail it is.
Now you know my.
No,
feeling.
you don't. You don't. It could be any snail, but obviously it is just that one snail.
I will draw on it. I'll draw a red dot on its fucking head.
No, you can't touch it because you did.
I'm touching it with a pen.
No, any contact with it, you can't. You can't do anything to.
Can
trick the
this
system.
snail
I'd pour
bite
paint on it.
itself?
Huh?
Can this snail get eaten by a bird whilst following you?
No.
Yeah. Or is it invulnerable?
Invincible. It's an
Is it-
invincible snail.
It's an invincible snail. To say that.
I can throw paint at it then.
No, because
What if
you're
I
trying to
just-
trick the system. You can't do anything to the snail.
What if I just walk behind me and put a lot of salt every time I walk somewhere?
No, because it's invincible.
Yeah, but there must be able to react to salt.
Either way, you lot are happy with the anxiety, knowing that a snail's out to get you to kill you.
Yeah, it's a fucking
Yeah,
snail.
pretty much.
It don't matter if it's a snail, it's still a thing that kills you.
Yeah, but once Josh has finished doing his calculation, we'll know how long it's going to take him to get to New York.
None of these calculators can do thousands of miles. Only lets me do like 3.
Okay, I've got it. Would you rather's then, innit?
Go on.
Let me find.
5 million. I'm taking it. Sorry. Fuck the snail.
Yeah, I think we all would take it, but I think you lot are undermining how bad it would be.
What, knowing that a snail can kill you? I'm sorry. It would take enough
Yeah.
time for me to spend the 5 million and live quite happily for the snail to cross the ocean. And by the time the snails cross the ocean, I'd set an alarm. I'd say, right, I'm leaving Heathrow now. I'll do Josh's calculation, set an alarm for that many hours ahead of time, and then, bosh, job done.
Hmm.
And then when he gets to New York, I would just go, sweet, I'm going Vegas now. Bosh. Now you got to
I
go
see
across
where
the
Harry's
whole of
coming from.
America.
Yeah, I would do it, but I'd be anxious all the fucking time.
Yeah, I see where
Fascinating.
Harry's coming from.
I would just live in each country for a
Because,
month.
like you say, Josh, yeah, it
Mm.
might take years and years for a snail to get to New York, let's say. But who's to say it ain't got stuck on a plane and it's over 2 hours?
How's it going to get on a plane?
Oh, right, yeah. The snail goes to Heathrow, slips onto a little wheel, goes into the wheel
You don't know, do you?
shaped like a plane,
Never.
goes to New York in 5 hours.
Never happening.
It's what I'm saying. You'll never know.
Alright,
Very
well,
smart snail.
get on a fucking ferry. I'd get on a ferry from... No, do you know what I'd do? I would leave my house. Let's say the snail... I accept it. The snail's at my house right now. I would leave my house, drive the car to Calais, get on a the... What's it called? What's it called?
Boat.
No, not the boat. The other thing.
Oh, the Eurostar.
Yeah, basically. But for cars, that one. Channel Tunnel.
Eurotunnel.
Oh yeah.
I'll go through the Channel Tunnel. I'll go to Paris. Right. By this time, the snails just reached the pub down the road. Right. I'm in Paris. I would then take a plane from Paris to Australia. Right. He ain't getting on a plane. He can't track me that far.
Also, how long do snails live?
No.
Yeah, they only live for like 3 years.
No, you're not getting the game.
I'm googling it.
Is it
And if it's in France, they'd end up eating it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Would you rather poop in the only toilet at a party, knowing that you'll clog it, or poop in the bushes in the backyard?
Flog it, 100%. I couldn't give a
Clog it,
shit.
yeah, 100%.
100%. I'd even use a towel as fucking toilet paper.
And this is why you've never been invited to my house. My toilet clogs easy.
Oh yeah, but your
mate.
toilet's fucked at the moment, isn't it?
Well, no, I've got a new one now.
Oh, do you?
No, I'd put a new toilet in.
You put in pictures in the group chat, didn't you?
Yeah. Although all my bathroom's ripped up. But yeah, no, I would use it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
as
100%.
long as
I'm
Harry's
gonna
got a
be shitting in
spare
this.
set of boxers or whatever, it's alright.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's probably like the weirdest day ever.
Wait, what? What happened?
Do you not know this? I'll
You don't know the story?
myself on this podcast telling
Go on.
the story. I really don't care. I can't remember what I had for dinner. I think it was KFC, something chicken or something. I think it was KFC, and went to pub. I won't say the pub because I'm not going to. I was out with all the lads, and I got in the toilet. I was like, oh, fucking hell, need a shit so bad. And as I'm putting the seat up, adjusting it, putting toilet roll on it to defend myself, I let out a fart, and it's follow through.
Oh!
No good, right?
Oh.
So I obviously take off my trousers and my pants or whatever. I assess the situation. My pants are fucked, right? So I'm sitting on the toilet, having my shit, and then realise I've run out of fucking toilet roll. I'm sitting in this pub, right? No toilet roll, no nothing, and I'm just waiting there or whatever, and I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do? Whatever. So I take off my pants, I wipe my ass with my pants, and get most of it. And then dude shouts over to me, oh, I've got some toilet roll. I was like, oh my god, you're my fucking saviour. I was thinking in my head. I was like, oh, cheers, mate. You run out in here. And then chucked it over, sort myself out, and I chucked the pants out the window, and then pulled my trousers up, and I'm back in the pub. And then later on that night, went to a mate's house, but via Tesco, and I bought some pants in Tesco.
That is just fucked.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do, bro.
Yeah, no, to be fair.
Needs must at the end of the day.
Most people go home after that tragicness, but me,
Well,
I've roughed it out and drunk.
yeah. You've got three options. Go home,
Deal with it.
throw your pants through the window, or walk around all night with fucking shitty pants.
Yeah, no.
Option 3 is not an option.
Option 3 shouldn't be an option.
I mean-
Gosh.
But yeah, just to give you context, we were just saying the would you rather. So the would you rather is, would you clog up the only toilet at a house party knowing that you would clog it if you had a shit, or would you go outside and have a shit in the bushes?
Considering there was probably people outside in the house party smoking and that, they would definitely see that. Option 1 is probably the safest bet.
That's what
Yeah.
we said.
Yeah, of course.
Then if it does get blocked, you just wrap your hand in fucking toilet roll, shove it down, try and clear it.
No, leave it.
No, leave
deal with
it. No.
Let the next person that comes in deal with it.
No.
Yeah, oh sorry, mate. It was already like that when I went in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that.
exactly that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really like that. I shat in the shower, mate.
Oh. I shit at the
Oh,
kitty
dear.
litter.
Oh.
He's flicking it over.
That reminds me of a Jonathan Creek story. Fucking hell. That's...
Oh,
I can
dear.
imagine Dan doing that, taking a shit in a little box and then just flicking litter over it.
So,
What, with my hands on my feet?
Both.
the cat's had a lot of fibre this week.
Yeah.
Um,
Your missus come home. What have you been feeding the cat? Fucking fuck knows. What have you been
All right,
feeding it?
well,
I'll do little rabbit shits.